So we're in downtown San Diego, California, and today we're actually going to take a look at the Maritime Museum of San Diego, as well as the new Portside Pier right next door, and grab a bite to eat.
We are Joel and Michelle. We sold everything for a lifetime of adventure, and then the world shut down. Join us as we navigate nomadic life and traveling as the world opens back up.
So we just got done eating lunch at Miguel's at Portside Pier. It was really good. We came on a Tuesday, so it was Taco Tuesday.
Even better.
And I had fish tacos, which I almost always get while I'm in San Diego. They were really good, tasty, nice and crunchy, just how I like them.
Yeah, and I had the shrimp, the escondida shrimp, and the, what else I have? Oh, the pork belly. And that was excellent. Really good stuff. Definitely recommend checking it out. There's a bunch of other restaurants as well. A lot of different options. I think there's 3 other restaurants. And now we're going to actually head over to the Maritime Museum of San Diego and go check out some really cool sailing ships, old ferries, and even a US submarine. Tickets for the Maritime Museum are $20 for adults and $10 for kids. There's also a $5 discount for seniors and veterans. Alright, so we're actually starting our tour on the Pilot, which is an old pilot boat that used to take ships in and out of the San Diego Harbor here. And for like forever too. I think it started in 1914 and it ended in 1996, I think. So
we're going to sound the horn as we depart. You may want to cover your ears.
So we did a lot of stuff. And we're away.
Good afternoon and welcome aboard the San Diego Maritime Museum's pilot boat.
The Harbor Tour is a great way to learn a little bit of the history of the San Diego Bay, as well as getting some great views of San Diego and the museum itself. The 45-minute tour is $10 per person, and that's in addition to your museum entry ticket, and they offer several tours daily. So one thing I really was hoping to see is the San Salvador, and that's a 200-ton galleon, Spanish galleon that they have a replica of. And unfortunately, it's not here today. I don't know where it is, but anyway, it's really awesome. And one really cool thing about it is you can actually take it out. They do sails with it, where you can go on it, a fully crewed sail, and do a 4-hour tour of the harbor here. So we'll have to come back another time, I guess, to do that. What do you think, babe? Pretty cool. Yeah, pretty cool, huh? Man, that's pretty cool. So the cool thing about this ship, the Californian, is that you can actually, it's another one that you can actually take a sail tour with. They do a 4-hour tour, and they have the whole thing manned and crewed and everything, so you can actually just sit back and enjoy and sail on a big tall ship. It's pretty awesome. But unfortunately, I think they're doing those right now. Well, at least not while we're here. So hopefully soon enough they'll start doing those again. So we're on the Medea right now, and this is actually an old steam-powered yacht, essentially, like built for some Scottish dude, like rich Scottish dude. Take a look inside. Ooh, fancy. Yeah. This is pretty classy.
Fancy, huh?
What you see in there?
Kitchen.
Looks like it might be kind of big.
Yeah, it's kind of big.
Just hanging out on our power cruiser, our steam-powered ship. Dang, that's what it looks like down there. What do we got in here?
This is the smoking salon.
Oh,
Yeah. You come out here and sit and drink and smoke your pipe.
oh yeah, look at that. Nice and fancy. And then access to below decks. I wish we could go down below decks, man.
Okay, so this is the main area of the museum on the Berkeley.
Yeah, so this harbor is like all of the really like kind of overall information, not only about the Berkeley itself, but about information about all the other ships, as well as just the history of a little bit of history of the San Diego Harbor area too. So we're gonna check this out. Pretty cool. We got tons of like really neat models of all different kinds of ships here. These are all like Spanish galleons or Portuguese.
Oh, hi.
What's cool is that they have two pilot houses, of course, since it's a ferry. So they would literally use this one when they're going this direction, and then run over to that one on the other side when they're getting ready to go. Switch back and go the other way. Pretty neat stuff. This would have been a pretty cool place to hang out on.
It's pretty. All the kind of stained glass.
What I love is how intricate like this stuff is, you know? Like, it's really pretty. Michelle, tell me how comfortable these seats are, because I'm curious. They look really pretty.
They do look pretty.
They are wood, so.
Pretty comfy.
Yeah?
Yeah, they're not bad.
You could manage sit in that for a little while.
Just in here for a while.
Cool. You look gorgeous, darling.
What? What'd you say?
You look gorgeous, darling. So something really cool is that this actually was, first voyage was in 1898, and it was one of the first propeller, I guess, ferries. And steam powered. But also you can see like the deck that we're on right now is the McKinney deck, and this is like clearly a pretty fancy deck. But there's also a below down below, it's actually an open deck, and it wasn't a car ferry, but they did have like luggage carts and things. And there's a picture here, you can actually see it, where there was additional seating down there. I'm guessing probably for like maybe second class or whatever, but and then it had actual luggage carts that they would roll, so they could take passengers back and forth. So pretty neat stuff.
Hey guys, we wanted to take a minute to thank you for watching. If you are finding our videos helpful and entertaining, you can like this video, you can also share it and subscribe to our channel.
That's right. And you can also go and buy us a glass of wine or a beer, and that helps support our channel as well as producing content like this for you guys. You can do so at buymeacoffee.com/wanderinghearts.
Yeah. Cheers. Back to it.
All right, so we're about to go on the USS Dolphin, which is an actual experimental sub that they use. It actually holds the record for the deepest submarine dive in the entire U.S. Navy, and maybe world, I'm not sure, but let's go check it out.
And we dove, 3,000 feet.
3,000 feet, that's right, below 3,000 feet.
Below 3,000 feet.
Yeah.
Tight quarters in here.
What's that? Sonar room?
Sonar room. Yep.
Oh, man.
It's pretty small. Everything.
Yep. Here's your living box. Oh, don't forget there's one down here too.
Oh.
That's your hatch to go down to the pump room. Down there. Got tiny little houses. Yeah, you want to see anything?
Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah. That's cool.
So here's your bathroom. This is the officers' quarters. Not a whole lot of space, huh? Here's the galley. This is like the most spacious part of the entire ship.
Yeah.
Be hanging out in the galley all the time.
Too small. No submarine life for me.
The museum has a very informative display about the role of swift boats in the Vietnam War.
So this is what we were supposed to go on. Right?
Yeah. So originally we were going to do a swift boat ride. They have a 75-minute tour here that takes you all the way around, and it's manned by 3 former swift boat crewmen, and they take you around and give you a more in-depth history of the naval aspects of the San Diego Bay, as well as interesting facts and things about what it was like on these swift boats during the Vietnam War. So
Yeah.
let's go check this thing out. This thing looks really neat. It's one of the only fully restored swift boats too. Like, it's not a replica, it's the real thing, but it's fully restored as well. So it's pretty unique. So we are on the HMS Surprise, which was, you might recognize from Master Commander Far Side of the World. Awesome, awesome film with Russell Crowe. One of my favorite movies. Big, huge maritime sailing buff, as you can tell. And it also featured in the fourth, I think it's the fourth Pirates of the Caribbean, as Balboa, Captain Balboa's ship as well. But anyways, we're gonna take a look at this. This is a really, really cool boat, especially since they've filmed one of the most awesome movies on it, as well as a bunch of other things too. So take a look.
Is this how you steer? Oh, you have to stand up here.
No, you stand right here.
I'm seeing.
Well, you. That's not how you steer. So you notice there's two giant wheels here, not just one. The reason is because this thing has such a massive rudder that it takes multiple men to actually try to steer in really harsh weather conditions. So they have guys, a couple guys on this side, each end, all trying to steer the direction that they need to go at the time. So your captain didn't necessarily always stand right here. So all the other guys, the big blokes, put in all their muscle into it. The captain would usually be kind of about on the ship where you have a better vantage point. So, but this thing's humongous. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
And then see down here, you can see your rudder as well. This would give you the indicator of your direction your rudder is facing, which way it's turned. There we go. That is literally the poop deck. All right, so we're on the Star of India. This thing is absolutely massive. Like, just look at this. See the rigging? This is actually one of, I think it's the only iron-hulled ship left of its kind. The largest sailing ship that's still sailing. And in addition to that, it's actually done 21 circumnavigations. And part of its tenure as a vessel, it's been used for all sorts of different things over the years, but the most famous thing was as immigration vessel, taking people from Britain all the way down to New Zealand, and that's where it got 21 of its circumnavigations. It would take people down to New Zealand, drop them off, hop over to Australia, load up the cargo, and then it would sail the 5 months back again. So that's the crazy thing, and people would be underneath here in the tween decks is where actually everybody lived. So if you had your passage was there. Go take a look at that real quick and show you what that was like.
This is the 'tween deck where all the passengers lived during their journey aboard the Star of India. You can see the cargo hold below. Bunks like these line the 'tween deck, and families that often have to share one bunk and live in this space during the duration of their journey. The ship's officers and first-class passengers had it a lot better.
All right, so our time is up at the Maritime Museum. We have to get back to our car. We had limited time on that, but it was really fun. You could easily spend all day there just looking.
Easily. I think we were there for a little over 3 hours, including the Harbour tour, and it was not enough time.
Yeah.
So
just looking at all the boats, and there's a lot to see.
So much to do. A couple tips for you. If you want food, right next door, as we showed you, there's the new port marina. Awesome stuff. We actually had some really tasty Mexican food there. So parking can actually be a little bit of a pain, because most of the parking directly in front of the museum here is only 2-hour parking. And so you'd have to either come back out and feed your meter or move your vehicle, whatever. I'm not sure how picky they are with the parking here. And then if you go a little further away from the museum, a little further north up the way there, towards the airport, you can actually find 3-hour parking and then actually 4-hour parking as well in the just right here off the street. So that's what we did, and it was like $10 for 4 hours of parking. Across the street it's 2 hours, and also across the street is a municipal building, and they have underground parking there, but it's only available on the weekends, or I think after 5 o'clock. Otherwise, during the weekday, you can't park in there at all. Well guys, thank you so much for watching this, and we hope you learned something, got a little taste of what this is like, and you definitely need to come down and visit, check it out. In the meantime, be sure to like and subscribe, and
happy wandering. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. Happy wandering.